Hi Cancer, I'm Anisha. You can write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. You can also visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com, and this is your monthly forecast for March 2015. Cancerians, it's quite a phenomenal and a very important month for you. We have the Pluto and Uranus square off that is finally culminating on 16th of March. And the Pluto and Uranus square off has been happening for the last 3 years. It's been close to 2.5, 3 years, wherein that we have had Pluto that is constantly in a face-off mode with Uranus, and Pluto is a planet of not just transformation, but he is a planet of the ultimate truth. So everything that you have been trying to shy away from, so things that you have not been wanting to deal, yet you knew that they existed, but you have been sort of not been wanting to confront them, just put them on a side, sweep them under the carpet. These last 2.5 years, whether it has to do with health issues, whether it has to do with your relationship, whether it has to do with your work issues, it would have dug up everything out, and Pluto would have shown you the truth. And what Pluto does is, unlike a Saturn energy, wherein a Saturn is the teacher planet, it will constantly create more situations around you which force you to sort of keep changing not just your attitude, but the way that you perceive life. And that's what Saturn does. It will keep making you go back to the blackboard and keep getting your homework right. Pluto shows you the truth, no matter how ugly it is. It really gets to the roots, and it digs out everything and then gives it to you and tells you, okay, here it is and how it is, and now deal with it. And also because it is, it goes really to the foundation. Pluto really goes down to the roots. It literally speaks about an overhaul, a transformation, an internal overhaul that happens during this phase. And for you, it's been happening in your higher learning, mind, foreign partners. It's been happening in the sector of your friends, travel. So a lot of you, and because Uranus is aspecting along with Pluto, speaks about a lot of unpredictability, speaks a lot even about restlessness, wanting newer experiences, wanting to be with maybe friends who are really diverse, or really a hunger for wanting to know things which are newer, which are very Uranian in nature, which are eccentric, which are not structured, not defined. That would have really been attracting you in the last 2.5 years. You would be loving exploring. Travel would be really on top of the charts for a lot of you. You would be seeking a lot of adventure, and not just through travel. It could be through, some of you could be on a food trail. Some of you could be just on the wild side of nature. You could be maybe doing things that you have not done before. For those of you who are at work, you could really be meeting people who are eccentric, are really different, don't really work in a structured environment, and you would be enjoying all that. And for personal relationships also, I think there is a lot of freedom that could be, you will be demanding. You will be wanting to be seen as this independent person who has his or her own not just needs, I think, but also you understand now finally what it is that works for you and what it is that you really want for yourself. So there could be this sense of rebelliousness in you as far as your relationships are concerned, a need to be free, a need to have that personal independence. And this necessarily does not mean that you run off and get a breakup, or you leave your partner, though in some radical cases it could imply that as well, that some of you could be looking at your relationship with newer eyes and saying, that this is not maybe what it is that I really want. I want something which is more dynamic, which is more which is not so structured, something which is more, which opens up your mind, which opens up your heart. So that is something which has been a sort of trend for you for the last couple of years. And on March 16th, the Uranus and Pluto, it comes to a culmination of sorts. So there's going to be Mars is going and hitting Uranus, then Venus comes along and hits Uranus. So there's this enormous pressure on Uranus that is there. So you can expect some amount of sparks to be flying off. And even though the culmination happens on March 16th, the effects of it will be seen the entire year, 2015. So it's not as if that overnight after March 16th, you'll say, it's all ended and it's gone. Now there's nothing, no more effects. But the effect of the square off is going to be there. So there is still going to be a focus on friendships, on travel, on higher learnings, travel or maybe discussions with foreign partners, maybe a lot of travel to foreign countries, and you will be in a sort of a quest to expand your mind, to expand your life overall. And I think for a lot of you, especially for those of you who have your Cancer, your Sun, Moon and rising in Cancer, you must travel. I think it's absolutely therapeutic for you. So take these little breaks during the entire year. Just take off for like a week here, a 10-day there, and just go and explore the world. It'll just do wonders to you. We also have in your relationships, there could be a lot of conversations that you could have been having around the pros and cons of to stay committed, to stay involved. Like I said, there is a lot of focus on personal independence, on personal freedom as well. So it doesn't really make the other person good or bad, but it really just focuses on how fiercely you're going to be really guarding your own space. The need to be wanting your own space. That is going to be of enormous importance. And Jupiter is going to be there in your sign till August. And along with of course, with Venus being there, so travel is just going to be beautiful. I think you must travel at the slightest opportunity, Cancerians, this year. This is also a time wherein, in fact, this entire month where you could be feeling quite indecisive as far as taking decisions regarding your relationships are concerned, wherein to be there, to not to be there. This even speaks about your business partnerships. Maybe some of you are in a joint venture of sort, and you could be looking at maybe exploring newer things, maybe wanting to go your own solo way, or maybe forging a newer partnership. So this has to do with that as well. And this could also be for some of you who have been you've been sort of been sitting on the fence. You've not been taking a decision whether you want to take the relationship to the next level, or you want to sort of step back and tell the person, that I don't think so, that anything can materialize beyond this, and it could just be delaying the entire process. So this also, when Venus hits Uranus, beginning of March, and you will be feeling that entire pressure to sort of commit, to take a decision, not just commit, but to take a decision and to say as to which is it, what is it that you want. However, for those of you who are single, you could be getting mixed signals from your loved ones. You will be wondering, that is he taking, or is she taking this forward, or is she not taking, or is he not taking this forward. So there could be this, it could be that either of you could be trying to make up your mind regarding someone you've been dating for a while, and you could be sort of be sitting on the fence and trying to figure out which is the best course to be following. There is also some of you who could be trying to break free of a relationship which you think has not been I would say has not been really serving its purpose, but I think you will be knowing that it's pretty much done. It's you can't take it to the next level, and you could be quite uncomfortable about it. So for some of you, it could be just this very awkward space about being in that situation wherein you know that nothing is going to be, or you don't want to be, or you don't have any intention of taking the relationship further, but you just don't know sort of how to call it. Cancerians, a lot of this indecisiveness also is I think a lot of responsibilities also from all the feedback that you've been getting from your friends, from your well-wishers, you know, the thing that, or even there could be a worry about what it is that, there could be a sort of a societal pressure, you know, not to say that you are in a very ambitious state and stage. I think you want something much more grander, you want something more bigger, more larger. So you will be in a, I think a lot of you are in a place where you want that kind of a society recognition, you know, that you are in a such and such place, and you know, hence you have the capacity to do so and so things. So the societal branding is going to be quite important to you during this phase, and you will be somewhat be looking at your relationships, that indecisiveness as to where it is. And even though it may sound quite clinical and it may sound really materialistic and oh, how can someone think like that, but at the back of your mind somewhere, a lot of you could be thinking about you know, where it will take you in life should you commit in the level of society, or like I said, you know, elevate your status to a bit. So you could be getting affected a lot of that. Towards end of the month, there is a lot of focus on your work, a lot of accolades, a lot of focus on your reputation, and you would want to get noticed. I think it's a 2015, all said and done, is more about your work. It's really lesser about your love lives, and there is this raging desire, ambition to be seen, to be noticed, to be you know, be right out there, to have that kind of accolade and recognition for your work. And it's also a time for those of you who are thinking of turning into entrepreneurs, who are looking for business partners. I think it's a brilliant time that you should be or rather, for those of you who have already floated the idea, I think you will be hearing positively. But it's a brilliant time for those of you who have been debating, should you not. It's a brilliant time. You will get full support to be turning into an entrepreneur. The message, the core message for you Cancerians this month is to step outside your comfort zone and experience life for what it is that it has to offer, and whether it has to do with you know, this entire aspect, the Pluto-Uranus square on your friendship, it also further gets highlighted because there's a new moon solar eclipse, which also towards the end of the month highlights this aspect of partnerships, friendships, travel, higher learning. So for you, it's extremely important, and in any case, a lot of you are feeling really aggressive, very positive about your future, your professional career. So explore, go outside your comfort zone. Try not to sort of stay stuck within your own networked zones. Reach out, network more extensively, even with people whom you you know, who are not really a part of your circle, but you just sort of know them socially, or someone knows someone. So it's a brilliant time to be acting out your life goal this month, and I think this is the time where it really starts off. Have a brilliant month, Cancerians. Seems quite lovely. I'll see you again soon, and thank you so much for watching.